Number 5. Pedrinhas Prison, Brazil. Pedrinhas Prison in Brazil, nicknamed the House of Horrors, is infamous for gang wars between factions like the PCC, First Capital Command, and Comando Vermelho. Overcrowding turns cells into disease-ridden death traps, with inmates sleeping in shifts due to lack of space. In 2013, a month-long massacre saw 30 prisoners butchered, their body parts thrown into sewage drains. Guards often collude with gangs, turning a blind eye to drug trafficking and executions. The prison's crumbling infrastructure and corruption make it a symbol of Brazil's failed penal system, where survival depends on joining a gang or paying bribes. Pedrinhas is a stark reminder of how prisons can become breeding grounds for brutality. Number 4. El Salvador's gang-run prisons, La Esperanza. El Salvador's prisons, like La Esperanza, are overcrowded hellholes operating at 400% capacity, dominated by gangs like MS-13 and Barrio 18. Inmates are packed into cells with no space to lie down, while gangs extort money, control food distribution, and order executions. Beheadings and dismemberments are routine, with bodies often hung from cell bars as warnings. The government's response has been to build mega prisons, such as the Terrorism Confinement Center, which houses 40,000 gang members in stark, military-run facilities. These prisons are battlegrounds where inmates wear white uniforms and march in unison, stripped of individuality. The cycle of violence continues as gangs wield power even behind bars. Number 3. San Pedro Prison, Bolivia. San Pedro Prison in Bolivia is a lawless mini-city where inmates govern themselves. Families live inside, and prisoners must buy or rent their own cells, creating a hierarchy where wealthy inmates enjoy better conditions while the poor sleep in hallways. Gangs control drug trafficking, prostitution, and even tours that once attracted curious backpackers, now banned. Violence is rampant, with stabbings and gang wars common, yet guards refuse to enter, leaving inmates to enforce their own brutal justice. The prison's surreal ecosystem includes shops, restaurants, and playgrounds, but survival depends on joining a gang or paying protection money. San Pedro is a chilling example of a prison system abandoned by the state. Number 2. Black Dolphin Prison, Russia. Black Dolphin Prison, operational since the 1700s in Russia's Orenburg region, is reserved for the country's most depraved criminals, serial killers, cannibals, and terrorists. Prisoners are forced to walk hunched over with their hands behind their backs, blindfolded during transfers to prevent them from memorizing the layout. Cells have double doors to block communication, and guards monitor inmates 24/7 via cameras. Brutal discipline includes beatings for minor rule violations, and parole is non-existent. Remarkably, no inmate has ever escaped in its 250-year history. The prison's grim reputation stems from its ability to crush any hope of freedom, with inmates spending decades in a sterile, oppressive environment designed to erase their humanity. Number 1. ADX Florence, USA. ADX Florence, located in Colorado, is America's most secure supermax prison, designed to hold the nation's deadliest criminals, including terrorists like the Unabomber Ted Kaczynski and cartel leader Joaquin El Chapo Guzman. Inmates here endure extreme isolation, confined to tiny 7 by 12-foot concrete cells for 23 hours a day with no windows, minimal human interaction, and fluorescent lights that never turn off. The psychological toll is devastating. Prisoners often suffer hallucinations, paranoia, and suicidal tendencies due to the sensory deprivation. The prison's design ensures no chance of escape, featuring motion sensors, 12-foot razor wire fences, and pressure pads. Its infamous bomber's wing isolates terrorists in total silence, where even meals are delivered through slots to prevent contact. ADX Florence is notorious for breaking inmates mentally, earning its nickname, the clean version of hell.